I mean,
Well,
Petting to teen.
welcome everyone to another one of these things, SOPs.
The sops.
oh, Crash
Oh,
5,
oh,
4.
oh,
We're
Crash.
starting
Oh,
with
yeah, it's for the PS5 release. Yeah.
Of course.
I wonder. I think we're getting DLC.
Is it DLC? Or is it just a PS5?
It seems to be a new level.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh, it is a
There's
new
lots
level.
of awesome updates and additions.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
They're talking about the PS5 version.
Wait, oh wait, hold on. It seems to be just the PS5 version
Hey
so
everyone,
far.
I'm Lou Studdard, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy.
I mean, at least they showed their escape
caught
this time,
inescapable
unlike the
interdimensional
first
prison,
Crash
leaving
4.
giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure
Yes,
for
good on
Crash
them
and his
for that.
marsupial pals.
Also, yeah,
We
Entropy
designed
found
Crash
love.
Bandicoot 4 to leap off
in
your screen.
himself.
With
Himself.
Ew. Ew.
Hey, Dingodow's apparently into it.
Tail. Before you can love anybody, you must first love yourself.
Thank you,
Oh,
John.
Yeah,
Russo.
tell that to Narcissus.
With the weight of the universe on your shoulders.
Come on. Like, it's very important that a person loves his or herself, too.
Oh, wait.
Boy, adaptive triggers.
And faster loading time.
So you can
That's fine by me.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, might as well.
Let me guess. We are proud to announce that Crash will finally be in PlayStation Battlestars Royale this time.
It's also, I can actually see I can actually see it working really well with the feedback
Okay,
match on
you
it.
know, actually, I might get one of those the audio headsets at some point.
Wow, they're even aware about how infamous completing the game is.
Yeah, how about those hidden boxes?
Oh, there you go. You got a ticket card to tell you where those things are.
To be fair, this is one game where I would actually conceive this kind of mechanic because might as well.
It's practically a
Oh,
necessity.
you can even
at this
transfer
point.
your save data. Well, I think I've already done that. Well, thank you.
Save
but
transfer.
I appreciate it anyway.
I wonder if this stuff will have sort of a similar.
No, there's a thing. What they mean is that you can literally transfer your PS4 save file and transfer it into the PS5 version. That's what they mean.
I've already done that with the with your cloud saving.
Anyway, I wonder if they'll have sort of a similar equivalent to the hint system on the Nintendo Switch version, which is also coming. Like, you know, not obviously not the same thing, but maybe some equivalent to it.
Okay, one thing that I always did not say about is that I find it interesting how both Sony and Nintendo managed to get the same voice actor or for the narrator of these.
Oh, and it looks like they've changed the presentation of the actual presentation bit itself. No longer is it just basically a Nintendo Direct clone.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the formula works. Why not?
I mean, Dwibs,
It's just presented a bit different.
Dwibs, it was always that from the start, pretty much. Anyway, though, when it comes to the Crash 4 stuff, that's nice, though. I'm not quite sure the activity cards will be always a help here, seeing as how there are those other issues, but it's a start. It's a start. I'll just say what Katakura said here. If you're playing the game as it is, you know, just a normal playthrough, it's fine. But completing it is still an unrewarding nightmare when it feels like it. Hell, even
And that's why I'm not gonna bother.
like even like Super Mario Sunshine, it arguably has that completionist reward that does not feel worth it by the end of it.
Well, I mean, at least it's not a still image.
There we go.
This
I
feels
wonder-
very Ridley Scottish.
I wonder if the heterochromia of the main character is connected to the whole Death in Rebirth theme.
Did you see the trailer that released yesterday too?
I think so.
The voice actress is amazing in that trailer. Like, she's doing a good performance
I
already. based on
think I
what we
know
heard
who
from-
she is, but I'll check in the meantime.
Yes, Returnal. It's a PS5 exclusive. Which is going to be important here, considering she's apparently the only character in the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we're banking on this. Again, this feels a lot like a natural evolution of something like Dead Space.
Vary from weapons,
Yeah.
consumables, and upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle.
This game
and
looks
make each cycle
interesting.
feel unique.
It looks a lot like it looks somewhat like what a AAA game based on the Alien franchise most likely would
Keep in
look
mind,
like.
You know what? I was just thinking about
this
that.
is way out of Housemarque's normal comfort zone. Normally they do stuff like shooters.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, technically this is a shooter too as
Yeah.
well.
Space shooters, my bad. You know, Galaga, sorry, not Galaga, but you know, radio stuff.
That's the thing too. This actually dates back to 2018, because back in 2018, Housemarque did make an interview that they said that they were planning on stepping up into full-blown AAA development as well. So this is the result of it, basically. But however, they did say that they're still going to have the arcade elements to it.
So,
Well,
if I can
the
understand...
whole idea of that Rebirth and events changing accordingly is very, you know, engaged, dynamic. It's not like a linear corridor.
Basically, for those who don't know, this game operates on a time loop structure. Basically, every time you die, okay, think of it like Majora's Mask, except the cycle restarts when you die, which of course causes a whole new sense of tension where to make sure you don't fuck up and don't die.
So, like Zombie U.
I don't know. I haven't played Zombie U.
You're
So I don't
controlling
know.
only one character throughout.
Next, let's take a closer look
Is
at
this
a
the
high-impact
EA game that they
new
showed off at
PS4
the
game
Nintendo
called
Direct?
Knockout
Oh my god, really? Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I get the EA is spending a lot to promote this thing.
It's first touchdown!
it looks so generic.
I'm
I'm
Josh from
sorry.
Oddworld
It
Studios.
just looks
We're an
very
indie developer
generic.
based in upstate
Was this
New York.
even in the direct? I don't even remember.
It
Yeah,
was.
well,
Wait, Pedro, you probably remember that 2D pixelated girl.
Yeah, I thought it was in the bit where the generic video game characters were actually playing it.
and everyone was disappointed because they expected something completely different.
Okay. I'll just say this: the commercial was more interesting than the actual game here. Like, I thought we were gonna get some cool video game crossover, but nope, just much better characters playing this generic-looking game. Like,
Everyone
It's
agrees
like
with
the
you,
PR
Jova,
commercial.
basically.
it looks like this looks like a knockoff of Ninja Lala.
Ninjala.
Yes.
Ninjala.
Well, I'm at the very least glad that Returnal still showed up in here despite yesterday's trailer at the very least. Because I was actually a bit concerned that they weren't going to show it here.
Okay,
because of the...
so far the voice actress for the main character is not credited, so we'll just wait until release.
So I take it you're excited for Returnal, Pedro?
I am, because I actually really love Resogun. It's a very underrated PS4 game. And I also really like Super Stardust HD back on the PS3. So I actually really like Housemarque. So
The only game I played is something that I already recorded with. It's called Outlander that we did for Ubisoft, but it's still way different
I'll just
from
say-
the stuff they normally do.
I'll just say what a lot of people on the SSMB chat are saying. I don't trust EA with a multiplayer experience. Like, at all.
Sorry.
What about Plants vs. Zombies?
Charge up a teammate.
And that is for the main reasons, yes, Pedro?
Basically, Jova, Housemarque is yet another one of those studios that has had a very strong relationship with PlayStation, with releasing exclusives to their platform for a while now. So basically, Housemarque is the next potential eventual if Returnal goes well, I can definitely see them eventually joining the roster.
See you soon, brawlers.
Because they've been making
it's a
exclusives for a while.
A crossplay beta.
Cool, I guess.
Next. Oh god, it's under the EA originals
You know, I don't think you
banner.
guys really care for this game very much.
What team you live?
It looks generic, but this looks inoffensive to me personally.
Again, when I have Ninjala and what?
Oh, Slow Clap. I
Okay,
don't
then,
know that. I don't know who they are.
Also, played
Very
Ninjala, Jova.
stylistic. Also, yes, developer, I watched Old Boy. It was amazing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, these released like Old Boy.
Tio, which one?
The original 2003 lives.
So it looks like a better version of the Quiet Man, gameplay-wise.
Yeah, it actually does remind me of that as well.
Well,
Very also
it has a unique art style.
yeah. Very polygonal too. What?
Well, it's probably because you know this is
And
it's
he
probably
grew hair on his
game.
face.
I get it gives a vibe of like a paper character built with paper. I don't know if it explains it well.
So time can pass and your character can grow facial hair?
I wonder if it's like you keep getting beat up.
The more you die, the
set
older you
get
get.
further.
Yeah, Sifu.
Huh.
So this is the reveal trailer, I'm guessing.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, it's a debut. It's a debut trailer.
It looks interesting, but I need to know more about it.
The team has done something before.
Now let's get an update on Solar
Ash.
an epic new PS5 adventure from
Oh,
Partnership.
It's a Hyper Light Drifter?
It's a game done by the makers of Hyper Light Drifter.
Annapurna.
It looks
Because
like...
that main character looks like the Drifter.
I was about to say, this is a game that looks like it could take place in the same universe.
No Man's Sky.
Okay, Slowcap is actually labeled as an indie studio. Let me see if I mentioned here what they did.
First peek at gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash.
Oh boy, we get to see some gameplay.
Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray.
So of course it's probably going to be the final boss.
This terrifying anomaly as
Maybe it's like your guide or something, like your quest giver or level up person.
The way this looks, at least.
On the ashen
Yeah.
clouds, she can quickly cover great distances in our huge world. At its core, Solar Ash is a game about...
At least you can run up the slime, not have to clean it up.
This is literally No Man's Sky without the ships, though. Yeah.
Anyway, the only other game that I managed to find done by Slowcap is a game called Absolver, done in 2017.
I don't know that. I don't know. Like aside from the visual style, I don't really see any resemblance to No Man's Sky.
No, seriously, the art style...
Mostly.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If it's just because of the art style, I guess. But there are plenty of games that look like this. So...
Not really.
Okay, we'll say this. The connection cluster difference said to me it's for the actual character design instead.
Sure. I don't know, Joe. I've seen plenty of indie games that have art style that's basically like this.
No, I have to agree with Pedro on that one.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on the art style. That looks really good. It's just that I mean I've seen this plenty. That's all I'm saying.
This one in particular, though, feels a lot more like
also
No Man's
Shadow of
Sky.
the Colossus, for sure.
Oh, it's even got the similar thing where, of course, you're here. I mean, granted,
Okay,
it
it's
should
like
be
that game, so I won't complain.
It's more fast-paced, and like I mentioned, if you want to rip something like that, why not?
The giant spaces.
You're talking about Shadow of the Colossus, right, Tio?
Sorry, Jova?
You're talking about Shadow of the Colossus, right?
Yes, sir.
Good, yeah.
Incredibly
Because look,
There's actually in the game called Pray for the Gods, who's actually pretty good. That has it's basically in the Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, I hope you sure like this Ruby spin-off game, guys.
Later this year.
okay, now I don't see the Ruby similarities
Me
on
neither,
it.
to be fair.
If you're a fan of scary
Next.
games, this next
So
one
is it gonna
for
be Resident Evil 8 since it's a scary game?
Oh man, what if it's Twisted Metal?
Oh, FNAF.
Oh, is it FNAF?
Is it FNAF?
Is it VR
course
or
it's-
something?
Hey, stop!
Come
Oh, it
on,
is.
come
Well,
on,
if it
come
is-
on.
If it isn't, it looks like it.
Yeah,
We
it's FNAF.
usually don't see people though.
Oh
in
my
FNAF.
god,
Yeah.
yeah, we see the person here.
Surprise, surprise! Taylor's not a fan.
Wait.
Ask Pedro. Again, that shit fucks me up, you know it.
I know.
Wait,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
have a fear of this?
Joe, well, that's the thing, Dad. Horror games are kind of wasted on me because I'm very susceptible to loud and sudden noises. And especially if an image that looks very uncanny is keep shoved in my face.
From what
That's
I-
why we couldn't have Teo in the Baby Geniuses commentary because that movie's climax basically turns into a horror movie, as Jova says.
That movie spooked me, and I'm fine with horror stuff.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Tia, you want to see this Nicolas Cage movie where he's in Chuck E. Cheese's?
Oh, the Willy's Wonderland? That's my birthday pick.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Tio, you're not gonna like that.
Okay. Now, from what I recall, I think I heard where that one of the new mechanics for this game is going to be you being able to ride around in a mech. Well,
again, it's very interesting to see Scott Cawthon evolvement from as a game developer over the years.
Boy.
Security breach.
But yeah, from what I recall, I think I heard one of the mechanics will be that you can apparently walk around in one of the mechs this time.
Free movement in this one.
And also, yeah, they don't resort to jump scares. You can literally see the models trying to get at you, Shiroy.
Oh, Oddworld.
Yay!
You and Tasty, sorry, not you and Tasty. So is Soulstorm finally gonna be released? Sadly, that game has been delayed so many times.
Oddworld Inhabitants.
Today, when was it first announced?
Oof, a long time ago, actually. It was supposed to come out, I think, in 2019, then delayed to 2020, and now...
Wait, is this the remake of Abe's Odyssey, or...?
Yes, it is.
But the pandemic probably didn't help.
Accidental hero
True.
So, it'll probably be coming to multiple platforms eventually.
It is actually, Joe.
Okay.
It's just that Sony has the marketing deal, because, this game was originally very popular on the PS1. Wasn't the original actually first just on the PS1 too?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I recall correctly.
The Oddworld franchise history is a bit weird. The first two games were definitely very popular on the PlayStation, but then, for some reason, they had Munch Odyssey instead on the original Xbox. And then they had EA publishing Stranger's Wrath.
And then there was that time when they had a Nintendo exclusivity bit with which Oddworld game was it?
No, New and Tasty was only like a temporary first release, kind of like Spectre Knight's campaign. It was like what, a couple of months tops.
Times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing.
Also, this accent.
Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items.
Okay, I don't really have much experience on a personal level with the previous two games, so I don't know how much of the improvements are there.
Alright, so welcome to Abe Cooper.
Or an agent of chaos.
No, it actually does look like they're definitely staying true to...
True, but compared to New and Tasty was actually more one-to-one, essentially. We actually read the game one-to-one. This seems to be taking a bit more, new approaches.
The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded.
They're surprisingly giving quite a bit of time to this game.
Here we've built lots of.
Well, I mean, it has been anticipated once.
And it's been a while since the last update, so might as well.
It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangerous
that's the end of the game then, Final Four.
Ancient traps, trials against swarming.
It hasn't come out yet.
And industrial hazards.
Abe will die a lot through these games,
Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope.
I know. I've been trying to play.
There's a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate.
Big thing is about how much people you can liberate and, how much people will actually manage to not get killed.
April 6th.
Alright.
Next.
What are you looking at?
It's also coming to PS4.
Yes,
it was originally,
PS4.
but now we're also adding PS5 to the mix.
It's a cross-gen game, yes.
That was the latest on Oddworld Soulstorm.
Well, it started development before the PS5 was even a thing.
You can even get it
great! Thank you. And Oddworld's gonna be offered for PlayStation Plus. Awesome.
Moving on.
On PS5.
Time to catch up with Kena, Bridge of Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
Yes, this thing.
Yay.
Done by the guys who made that Majora's Mask trailer.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
No, it's home.
You don't even know, Deji. If that if that remake actually became a reality, I would shit my pants.
Really?
Dej, it's an inverse case of Nintendo hired this man meme.
Huh?
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid.
I think this should be a job. These games should be a genre in of itself. Forest
Something
games.
tells me you did not come to our village.
Nah. Well, okay, what you're thinking, Dwibs, that's a description title. That's usually something that you see in, like, you know, a
In terms of
Steam
actual
tag.
gameplay, these as considering the first trailer we saw, these operates more like on the logic of, say, something like Pikmin or Little King Story. You're the commander, you have a bunch of servants, they do that shit for you by carrying objects.
So from what I understand, Pedro, you're excited for this game.
Well, it does look really cool, actually. Not to mention, Jova, like I said, that trailer was. It does, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Actually, it reminds me more.
It's really good at making.
It reminds me more of the Avatar Last Airbender series. I guess the idea if an Avatar Last Airbender CG movie actually was made, I guess it will look in my ideal imagination will look similar to this in terms of aesthetic.
I guess it would.
What? Could you speak up a bit? I couldn't hear you.
The music is too loud.
Sound like some good music, but what there?
Must move on.
Oh, maybe it's Majora's Mask. Well, a Majora's Mask-esque game.
Sorry, Job, I have a 3DS remake.
Oh, no, it's... Oh, my God. I thought it was Knack for a second.
It's Knack, baby.
Yes,
No, please, no.
This is secretly Knack-free, but you're seeing from the perspective of someone else.
It's actually an anagram. Baby's Knack.
But that's exactly it there. You get to kill Knack yourself as Kina.
Awesome. Game of the year.
Indie Game of the Year.
Oh, more about
settle in
Deathloop.
for a stylish new look at Deathloop,
How nice.
a PS5 first-person shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
This is a Microsoft game. But that...
I think that's before too, right?
Is it?
Because
well, it was Bethesda, but now being purchased, that means by proxy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, actually, I wonder if at this point seeing rival companies' logos on packaging for a other consoles game, it's going to be a new thing for this generation, considering we're having the PlayStation Studios logo on MLB The Show 21 on Xbox. Imagine trying to explain that to someone who new to gaming.
And yeah, again, Deathloop. Essentially the game about an assassin who's in a game of assassins who are constantly caught in this here and there. You kill all the others, you get to escape.
But you have your own rival, yeah.
All who have their own special abilities. Our protagonist's ability is to sort of loop stuff around from his death.
But so is apparently the rival, the girl with the afro. Again, it seems to be a competition between just the two with the actual targets in the middle.
I think there's actually a total of 7 assassins.
Right, there's our game, Hourglass.
So you see, like, that's this particular rivalry between the two. I think the Assassins to Killjoy are the 7-1 you're referring to.
Whoop.
You can even break someone.
Snap.
Yeah, you got the crack there.
Die already!
Single player or a multiplayer thing?
Both, I think.
secretly developing this game?
Or like you're writing the script.
Yeah. Expand.
This sounds like a James Bond song.
Yeah, considering also the stylistic of the logos that we've seen, they went for that angle.
Oh, it looks fun.
No one can match him, the man with the death wish.
Yeah, the lyrics in that song are just...
Oh, come on, don't you dare insult the man of the Golden Gun song. That song is
I
awesome.
can. The lyrics are terrible. There, I insulted it.
Are you doing that just to be controversial, dudes?
No, I legitimately don't like the lyrics.
Oh, okay then.
Contrarian.
Well, Shuri, bashing the man with the
If at
golden
first you
gun
don't
is hard to
succeed,
contrary.
blast me with your blue eyes again!
Before we
One more thing, sure.
Yeah, one more thing.
Oh wow, yeah, we kind of breezed through those 30 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, the PS5 version. Alright, let's see exactly if the rumor that has been going on through these days is correct. Oh, 60
Alright,
FPS.
you have to go back, re-record this game on PS5.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
If the rumor,
maybe in the extras parts? I don't know.
If the rumors are actually correct, that there seems to be one or two minor extra chapters added.
Oh boy.
So,
We'll see. First, let's see the trailer.
Let's see.
Again, the 60 FPS treatment is actually doing the game a favor.
No,
I mean, it's not gonna... I mean, my PS4 nearly turned into a toaster playing that game, so...
Well, guys,
were you able to make toast?
finally made it to Midgard.
Oh.
Yeah, this seems new.
Yeah, that actually is.
Wait.
What the fuck?
It's
Yuffie? What the fuck are you
Wait.
doing
Oh,
here?
sweet.
Yuffie is in Midgard?
Are we gonna have Birdie as a character?
Wait. So Yuffie is now in Midgard? What?
To steal materials and
I'm
shit.
back, asshole! We got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting.
I'm guessing there is an attempt to say, oh, what has been Yuffie
Wait, who
doing
are
in
you?
the-
It's nice to meet you. I'm
Oh, okay, new
Oh yes,
character.
because we all wanted the Yuffie side story.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I would have wanted a
You know what?
Kate
I'm
Seed
fine.
side story.
You know what? Yeah, I'm fine with this. I like Yuffie. Wait.
Who
Oh.
knows? Maybe we'll get that in the.
No, I joke to the most part, but no. To be fair, I actually dig this idea of having
Really?
Yuffie
You fell for the
episode.
You
what's that
fell
over
for
there
that.
trick?
There you go. Final Fantasy 7 episode Yuffie.
Also, Dweebs, you know what this means now? You do have. Oh, you get to play as Yuffie.
Yeah, we're gonna
Excellent.
have a couple of extras part for this.
What are
Yeah,
you saying, Jova?
yeah, Dweebs, you're gonna have to record some extra parts of this.
Yeah, why not? Sure. I mean, hopefully it'll be a free upgrade. I still have the PS4 version digitally, so.
And also, we'll get to see how the game performs at 60. So,
So-
why
Get ready for another physical edition re-release.
So Yuffie literally has a Moogle hood for this game. Oh, and
not? And I also dig this new character that's accompanying her with the staff. I wonder if he's gonna die by the end of the episode.
he's probably
Guy
going
that you
to
see in
die.
like every 90s movie ever.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do.
Oh no, he's capitalizing her!
Plot twist, I am not your sister.
Shiri was capitalizing her.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
You know what? You know what? Could-
Intergrade.
You
These
know what?
titles are getting crazy.
So is this like a
Available.
mid part
Vice?
2?
What the hell's Vice
What
doing?
the hell is Vice doing here?
Vice?
Remember,
Who's
guys,
Vice?
that deep ground was still a thing.
What is
Basically,
going
that-
on?
Basically, hold on,
Whoa, one at a time.
Hold on, Pedro. To be fair, Dejo, one, Dejo, the Vice is the actual the main villain, quote unquote, of Dirge of Cerberus, piloting things from the background. And two, Deep Ground was actually, like you mentioned in the commentary, Deep Ground is a thing in the remake. We actually do know about that. So it is logical things are about to happen on that
Oh
front
my
too.
god, so I may have called it. I may have called that, you know, this game is sort of a stealth sequel to Jar Jar Cerberus, given how Jar Jar Cerberus
You've called what a lot of people have been saying.
So I get the idea this is what they did.
Textures.
Alright, let's see the
Don't
door.
worry, our
Are we gonna
doors
show
look
the
like
door?
doors
Are
this
we gonna
time.
show the door? Please show the door.
This time the doors look good. Okay, now shut up and leave us alone.
We have to do a new LP just for the
Seriously,
doors.
that's been keeping the horror up for over a year.
But yeah, I guess
now you get to look at Squall's dress. Inglorious!
Okay.
Don't you mean Cloud?
Sorry, it's
mean
clouds for
lighting. Also, I get the, so I guess the dev team was doing this in the meantime?
I guess.
Also, I wonder if it is a PS5 episode exclusive or the UP chapter will be added for the PS4 version as well.
Is this to like test out stuff?
No.
Probably.
Well, it might be a
Quality of life.
Quality of life.
It might be a mix of
Mine
that.
kind of sucks at the moment, thanks game.
Oh, you get different modes, like
Performance of... It's classic next-gen stuff, so...
loading times.
Normal, classic.
Let's see how it happens. And there we go. You're done.
Yeah, like 2 seconds.
Much better.
And
Definitely.
pausing freezes the game.
Oh yeah, might as well, since it's very popular. Even Bowser's Fury has a photo mode.
With the filters.
New episode featuring Yuffie. Yeah, we've seen that.
And you know what? Kudos to them for giving Yuffie more focus here. Like, you know, she is a character who's
I get the idea. I get the idea that we're gonna use this as a kind of an excuse to make sure she's integrated much better in the party when part 2 comes around. Like she hears the tale of a team and she starts following them after what they do.
He is totally gonna die.
Probably. That's probably what motivates her to get out of Midgar.
If you own a copy of the PS4 version, upgrade to the PS5 version for free.
Like you should.
You can carry your save data.
I'm looking at you, EA.
Oh, I think
and Activision sometimes.
10 June.
Yeah.
Also, I made It seems that the episode Yuffie might be exclusive to the PS5 version. Alas.
Yeah, that would be bollocks.
And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Okay, to be
that was it.
It kind of exceeded my not exceeded, but went out of my expectations because, like I mentioned, I was expecting this to be played more safe. More update on minor stuff like Ratchet and Clank, or an update for Destruction All Stars Derby. So, but no, they did focus more on third party, like I thought so. But no, it seems that they went a bit above and beyond. Anyway, who wants to start?
Can I start first?
Sure.
Lips, go ahead.
I thought I was done with recording 7 remake stuff for 2 years.
Please.
Nope.
You will never escape, Dwibs.
If you're that tired, you can just give it to Pedro to do.
Nah, I've got it now, so I'm stuck on the Mora's Wild Ride. Might as well stick with it.
Yeah, don't be sad. I mean, hey, you were the one who volunteered for it anyway. You wanted it all.
Yeah, sure. So, okay. Before I get more into to 7 into mission, whatever.
Integrate.
The rest of the play. State.
The absolute state of play, Libs.
Because around here, state for the most part is a term implied or something. I mean, this was decent overall. I mean, it showed more of the more interesting looking games from the bigger state of play recently. Especially Wacky Hitman from earlier. Yeah, the one with the one. Yeah, the one that was going, die already, and breaking everyone's neck. That was one of my favorite ones from the stream. I mean, everyone else looks perfectly fine, even Extreme Dodgeball. But really, the highlight is 7 Integrate.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, it's generally a more stable version of the 7 remake for the PS4. I.e., it loads faster. The doors actually look like doors. There's mist around, and well, I mean, really, one of my sticking points with the PS4 one was that it took a while to load, but hopefully it should be a non-issue with this one. And wow, I was not expecting Yuffie to show up this early. I thought they'd be saving her for the second part.
Now you get to see what Yuffie has been doing all along during the Midgar arc.
Yeah, she's been cosplaying as a bird.
More gold waves, not a choke.
Funnily enough, it's funny you mentioned that. Wouldn't it have been interesting if they tried to turn her into, like, sort of the, make her tie in with the whole Angel of Midgar subplot that was going on, given the whole thievery regarding that.
Yeah. Turns the Angel of Midgar wasn't that old woman.
There is room for speculation, Jova. Again, the whole thing about Venta.
It could possibly.
If it fits parallel to the events of the main game, she sees like the newscast of the President Shinra calling Avalanche allied of Wutai. She may get excited about it, or she may get pissed because someone is associated with Wutai and she thinks she really should not. Again, there is potential to develop here. It's a concept a bit similar, ironically enough, to what the Machina Bridge series did from Team 4-Star, where Yuffie joined the team mostly because she heard of them.
And hey, I got another excuse to use my Yuffie voice when eventually comes out.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see who's the new voice actress for her.
Yeah, I don't know who it is yet, so
we'll probably learn later.
I mean, especially nowadays on Twitter, whenever a trailer comes out, the voice actor or actress says, "It was me. I did this voice." Not too long after it comes out, so I guess we'll see on that front. Maybe it's another TV actor, because there seems to be a recurring thing with the 7 remake voice cast. I mean, the only one that isn't a TV actor is Red 13's out of the main good guy cast anyway. But yeah, overall, it was a very decent, if short, state of play. I mean, half an hour. I mean, the half an hour wasn't really all that noticeable. I mean, really, the only major disappointment for me, even though I did know about it going in, was that because the lack of Gran Turismo 7 news, because it got delayed to next year because of, well, A, the pandemic, and B, well, Polyphony like delaying their games anyway. So, you know, it was even without a pandemic, they probably would have delayed the game anyway. But overall, it was a pretty good showing.
Badger?
Yeah, it was kind of whatever.
So,
most of the stuff that we've seen have been there, done that. It felt like a repeat, or should I say a death loop?
No, that was a segue.
Go a bad joke, jail.
I guess I wasn't really expecting much, but it's alright. The Final Fantasy stuff is cool. Now we can send Dwibs back to the hellhole mines.
Hey, Yuffie's not that bad.
She's not. She's honestly not really bad. Okay, yeah, she can be a bit annoying.
I don't like her.
Hopefully this game should help flesh her out more better here. Again, kudos for doing that, actually.
One thing I'm curious about is, considering her costume seems to be 1-to-1, the one of the original game, I wonder if Nomura went insane and kept even the unbuttoned pants. Yes, really.
Probably.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. I still have my package of remake, because I should probably open that. Yeah, I'm good.
I'll go next. It was okay. By the low standards of state of play, this was definitely a pretty good show. This actually it's definitely one of the better state of plays we've gotten. Again, I'll just say it right now. State of plays just do not hold that high an expectation for me. I mean, like a lot of other times that Sony like to play catch-up with Nintendo, they don't always do it as well as Nintendo. This was definitely one of the better state of plays here, though I'm definitely going to say the best point was the Final Fantasy VII Remake news. I mean, that's not to say that other stuff shown here was bad or anything, it's just like, like Dej mentioned, a lot of this stuff we kind of already knew, some of it was literally, re-bringing up news here. Oh! And there was Knockout City, to all the 2 people who care about that game, but yeah, okay. It's not that it was a bad show, it's just that it was kind of a run-of-the-mill show, and you know what, I get it. It was maybe to remind people about stuff here and there. And there were definitely some interesting games here, like Deathloop, that Hyper Light Drifter lookalike game, and other stuff here and there. Oh yeah, Returnal as well.
And Kina, what do you think of Kina?
Yeah, that game looks like it could be very interesting too. I feel like I still need to see a bit more of it, but it definitely looks like it has potential here and there. Oh yeah, the Crash 4 news. That was fine, I guess. The activity cards will definitely help. They're not like a true solution, but hey, it's nice that they'll be there, I guess, here and there. Yeah, it's interesting how they pretty much bookended this state of play with news about, well, upgrades. Again, though, ironically, the Final Fantasy VII bit was arguably the best thing. Though it's weird that they would announce that thing, it's a little tiny addition, but they announced it 4 months in advance. Like, with how small it is, you'd think they'd have waited until, like, I don't know, a month or so beforehand, unless there's more to it, but I doubt it.
They're probably gonna, knowing how Square marketed even the original release of a remake, they're gonna use this time to flesh out that bite-sized interviews and tidbits about, for example, here's how Yuffie looks, here's what is this new character looks, here's an example of what Yuffie can do, stuff like that.
But, yeah. Now, going into my speculation about it, given that Weiss is here now, I really do think that this could fit in with my theory that Gect, or Genesis as he's better known as, is involved. Like, who knows, maybe...
Can you imagine if they pull out episode 8 and it ends with Yuffie actually killing Weiss now, before any event of the servers can happen?
Oh god, I mean, at this point anything can happen, so maybe.
Just to die.
But you see, Terry, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna get re-releases of Digital Cerberus and Crisis Core within this remake series.
I mean, there's rumors.
I have a guilty pleasure soft spot for Digital Cerberus anyway, so like how morbid it is, I don't mind too much, but it's a strong story. Sorry, continue.
Same for me, but with Crisis Core as well. But yeah, again, I am interested to see what this will add on to the lore here and there. Like, if there's one thing I'll give Square credit, that ending aside, it does seem like they definitely are. Well, once again, 7 seems to be their big magnum opus, albeit in a different way here and there. And fleshing Yuffie out this way does seem interesting. I wonder if they'll do this for Vincent as well. Like, give us a whole game about his past leading up to his later circumstances.
Speaking of Final Fantasy VII, actually, the 7 Remake Twitter account announced that they're making a couple of mobile side games.
Of course.
Basically, one of them is this thing called Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier, which is set in Midgar before the events of the main game, where you play as a soldier candidate.
Interesting. And the other one?
We don't know what the other one is.
If it's tied to that, not data mining, but that trademark registration is apparently Ever Crisis, I think.
Personally, I'm kind of hoping for like a Sim City. I'm hoping for like a Sim City.
I would have been fine with a re-release.
Where you can build Midgar and keep it running like you would Sim City.
Personally, I would have been just fine with a re-release of Before Crisis, since that game was never released outside of Japan, but it's kind of important now for the remake.
Tio, how much you want to bet for a remake? They'll basically make a game packaging the events of Before Crisis and Crisis Core into one game.
I wouldn't mind. Again, for the mobile market, it makes a bit more sense to structure it like that. But again, continue.
I wonder, Tio, what if the Mad Lads at Square actually have once again gotten copyright for Gekt, and maybe we will see Genesis again?
Or we're just using a different mocap actor. We're just slightly change the face.
They could do that as well, yeah.
They can
pull a bullshit.
Conveniently redesign Genesis.
Yeah, they can have also a conveniently bullshit excuse, like say, "Oh, the Mako energy, disfigured him or something."
No. To even that, they can just say, "No. That's OG Genesis that you guys are thinking about. This is remake Genesis with a new design."
Totally different.
Wait, I've got it. The time travel warped Genesis's looks after the events of Dirge Cerberus, and that's why he looks different.
Hear me out. What if they take all this, the 7 compilation stuff, and make it good?
Well, that's kind of always been my theory that they're planning to do with the remake.
Mm-hmm. It does seem like it so far, yeah.
But yeah, okay. Back to the state of play as a whole. Again, if it weren't for, the bigger things, the 7 remake, I'd chalk this up to, decent, but I will admit the 7 remake news did excel this to a good and a thumbs up from me. I mean, state of plays by general thing aren't always that exciting, seeing as how they feel much more businesslike compared to the whimsicalness of a Nintendo Direct or the stuff included there. Then again, though, they did have a good selection here on display. They had some good diversity as well. I can't fault them for that here and there, so good. Wasn't amazing, wouldn't even call it brilliant, but good. Again, highlight being the 7 remake news. Make of that what you will. Okay, Shiroi, go next.
Alright, well, some of this stuff looked interesting. I'm really bad with names, so I can't really name any of them off the top of my head. There's the one that Pedro is also interested in.
Kena Bridget Spirit.
Yep, there's the one with the very vibrant art.
Mm-hmm. What about sorry?
What?
What did you think of Returnal? The woman stuck in space.
Yeah, that looked good.
Aliens. Yeah.
But I'm not really it's been a while since I've looked up anything FNAF related, but no, seriously,
it actually has been a while.
I dropped off. I dropped off at 3 because I hated 3. Honestly, I actually liked FNAF up until that point. So yeah, it has been a while.
What about 4?
No, 4 I did enjoy enough, but yeah. But no, this looks interesting, especially since you're moving around a lot, and I think this is also a VR thing as well, so that's cool. There's the one we joked that is a little Bond-esque in terms of the music.
Definitely.
That looks fun. Yeah. The Final Fantasy stuff is also really good. I've said this a few times, but I might as well repeat it since it's been a while. But I'm gonna wait till the Super Duper Ultimate Complete Edition that's gonna release, when I'm 80.
That's literally what I said too. I have the people have said I have the patience of a saint because of it, but I'm legit going to wait until that complete version comes out. That's not to say that I won't play this game. Oh no, I have played it, but I ain't buying it until the Ultra Super Duper Complete version with all parts and everything integrated comes. I've learned my lesson from Final Fantasy 15. Thank you very much.
So we'll see you on the PlayStation 8, Joe.
Probably.
But anyway, it's I do like the series, but I'm not just as invested as some of the others here. So I don't mind the wait, So I don't mind Yuffie, although it is a shame we won't be able to have Dwibs voice her because the game is fully voiced. So sorry, Dwibs.
That's okay. I've got me in a full.
It's sort of like how I still voiced Cloud during the remake here and there.
There we go.
Inner monologue.
The 7
here's
remake.
the second.
Yeah, it's the Ever Crisis stuff that the trademark said. It's a chapter structure single-player game covering the whole of the FF7 timeline, including the events of the original game and the compilation titles. What?
Wait, what the hell is this?
Are we done recording?
No,
we're still recording, Deji.
Go on with your final thoughts. Shira will watch the trailer in the meantime and report later. Go on.
All right, sure. There was something I expected to show up here, but I'm not surprised it didn't because Sony actually dropped the trailer for this particular thing not too long ago. So yeah, that's it. It was a pretty good state of play. It's the first of the year, right?
Okay, I get it. It's the same thing as the Final Fantasy 15 chibi game was. I forgot what it's called.
A remake?
Pocket Edition.
Pocket. It's the same thing of Pocket Edition. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same dev. It's basically that applying to the 7 timeline. Sure.
Well, looking forward to the Switch port.
At least I don't have to buy individual games to play the whole thing now. Just buy that one.
It's weird though. Unlike that, this doesn't look like a more cartoony look. This is like, oh wait, never mind. It does.
No, it's the second. Yeah.
I mean, mobile game technology has come up years,
and yet still a lot of them suck because the devs. But that is neither here nor time to talk about that.
All
right, Pedro.
Anyway.
I enjoyed it just because it did. My concern going in was that because they released a trailer yesterday, they weren't going to show Returnal, but they did show it. So it's nice to see that, and I'm really interested in that game because it looks really cool. So that's nice. I'm also looking forward to Oddworld. And Kena Bridge of Spirits. So those are my highlights from me. And yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC is an interesting surprise. So cool. And I'm also looking forward to seeing how that turns out. So personally, I'm fine with it. It was like I enjoyed it because it gave me basically what I wanted to see: Returnal and Kena. So.
When was Kena first announced, now that I think about it?
The PS5 reveal.
The PS5 reveal event.
Keep in mind, Jova, it's third party, not first.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sony made a deal with the developer for console exclusivity, but it's releasing on PC as well. But yeah, it's I really enjoyed it. I think maybe we could have had a something for Ratchet and Clank as well here, but I'm guessing they're planning on giving that game its own state of play, like they did for Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that. Most likely close to, because the game only releases in June, so they're most likely planning on that game getting its own state of play. So that's fine. That I can definitely get behind that. So. Sure, I enjoyed it fine enough for what it is. It gave me the updates that I wanted, so I'm fine with it. It's not the best thing, but at the same time, it worked. It's fine. Go ahead, too.
All right. Like I mentioned at the beginning, my expectations were pretty much low anyway. Not so much about because of state of play, but mostly because of the timing of these. We're close to the release of a couple of titles, still far ahead from some, and nowhere near the ideal point of announcing a complete new stuff, like a complete new first-party game. So I was expecting it to be much more tame. But to be fair, this was warmer than I wanted. Not like a complete burst, but again, warmer. Soulstorm getting a release date is good, finally. The new game made by Slowclap, Sifu, looks a bit interesting. I'm reading here that it's also being released for PC. But I'm probably gonna check the PS4 version if it gets on sale at some point. Returnal already followed the previous trailer, so nothing too much new. Same for Kena. If I recall correctly, it does showcase a bit of new story stuff, but not much new information other than what we know already. Deathloop is fine on its own. I forgot if I mentioned this in the other times it showed up. It's just probably not my thing to try. It's one of those things that I might get, but only like way later down the line when I see the game sold for like $10-15 on Kex. I'm like, yeah, why not? Similar to what I'm currently doing with the Resistance and Killzone. The only game that I really didn't like showing here was that EA Originals game. I'm sorry. It really, I get the idea that it might get an audience, but it really just doesn't look like something super innovative. Aside from the fact that you're using, a dodgeball type of mechanic instead of, shooting each other. The highlight, of course, is the updated release of the 7 remake. It's not what had been, quote-unquote, rumored, because the rumor that was going on was more tame and completely wrong. So the stuff that they show here with Yuffie looks promising. I'm surprised. One thing that I mentioned at the end of our commentary, if I recall correctly, was the fact that I thought we were going to just jump in right into part 2 and don't have a story DLC, but it seems like they did it probably just for the sake of, giving a bit more honey towards the PS5 version to attract a bit more people towards it. And to be fair, they're only going to attract new people because the one will be able to do the upgrade for free and then get the episode, the DLC episode. But I can mention also, it's interesting to speculate upon what these will reflect. I like how Yuffie's looks. I'm fine with the voice actress. She looks interesting to play from the TV that they showed. The new character attached to her looks interesting. I can't wait to see him dying and being freed to motivate Yuffie's journey to reach the main team.
Oh my god, imagine. He dies when...
In the sector crash, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. And
by the way, I'm gonna call it. Yuffie is totally gonna almost run into the party each time, but they'll miss her by like a little bit of an inch.
Deadpool in the X-Men in Deadpool 2, I think.
And like I said, I'm totally calling her actually turning out to be the real Angel of Midgard. It's just the old woman is probably like covering for her.
So what you're saying to you is that Yuffie's entourage are gonna meet and deaths played for laughs.
How specific? How specific? Why?
Well, you mentioned Deadpool 2.
Okay,
wait a minute. Those Final Fantasy trademarks that we got from
I've been saying that those are for these.
That was for a mobile game.
2 actually.
Two of them.
And also before you laugh, Square's mobile track record with the mobile games actually has been positive.
I know. It's like, man.
What were you expecting, Dad?
Plus, we're literally getting a full-on. We're literally getting a full-on game in 4 months' time, anyway.
Not just that, it's pretty much clear that if it's the same as 15 Pocket Edition, Ever Crisis will get an actual console release at some point, calling like the HD Edition or something.
I'll admit, it definitely looks leagues ahead of Pocket Edition. That game was terrible.
Well, again, it's been years since.
But anyway, I'm more interested in Ever Crisis because apparently First Soldier seems to be more focused on a battle royale. It seems like they're taking 2 elements from 15. The multiplayer component from I forgot what it was called.
It's Battle Royale is what the first
It is Battle Royale, Jova, but it's more focused in general multiplayer. Remember, 15 had its multiplayer expansion that was tinkering a bit with what you could do with co-op multiplayer, and this is taking it from it, and from Pocket Edition with Ever Crisis, which I'm more interested to see how it goes. It's turn-based too, so can't complain on that. Sorry, but the new, in general, to get back on point, this was, like I mentioned, warmer. Like, okay, not too spectacular, but definitely fine. Not my favorite state of play still. I think it's one of last year, one of either last year or the year before. I forgot which specific, my bad, but
I think I've noticed a bit of a running theme between Nintendo and Sony. Both definitely have a lot of cool stuff that they could be showing off, but it feels like they're holding them back for certain things. Probably E3 or who knows, another big surprise.
Well, yeah, we do know that E3 this year is going to happen digitally. So, yeah, that is definitely, probably the reason.
Still, though, am I the only one who's amazed at how we're getting all these showcases, like, in close proximity of each other? Like, first Nintendo Direct, then the State of Play. Then literally the Pokemon announcement coming tomorrow.
Pokemon Month, we knew that was coming.
So hold on, Joe. That will be potentially a focus investment kind of thing. The investors tell, okay, show this stuff in this period because the audience will be more attracted towards that if you do
Also, the financial year is about to end.
That too.
And then there's going to be the Smash Direct happening next week.
So does this mean...
The Sakurai present, Shiro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So does this mean we're going to get an Inside Xbox next?
Maybe.
Not enough lit 0 to 10.
Oh my god, don't you see, guys? The next Inside Xbox. Now showing you with our ever so lovely friends from Bethesda.
Well, anyway, to conclude, like I mentioned, not my most favorite State of Play, but still solid enough. So tune in for the next one, whenever it happens, I guess. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.